introduce herself. We have with us here Mayan. Mayan, you want to say hi?
Hello, everyone. Good to be here. Enjoy this session. Have a lovely day. Thank you.
Thank you, sweet Mayan. Thank you so much. So as you know, our Point Talks, we want to give a stage to you, tribe members, our certified facilitators. Corinne is an expert. And as I said, she created this beautiful, beautiful session for us today. What we do ask in order to put us all in the same virtual room is we want you to open your cameras, please. We want to see your faces. And since we know that sometimes we don't want our background to show, because whether we're in a work environment or at home, we created this beautiful virtual background, which I will be sharing on the chat right now. And I would love for all of us to have it. Okay. So please, if you can add the virtual background, it would be great. Also, please keep your microphones on mute. If you need to ask a question, you can ask on the chat. I will be monitoring the chat. And that's it. I'm excited. I'm very happy that we have Corinne here. And I don't know if you know this, but our theme for this month is a dream. And, you know, dreams for points of view, one of the main dreams is to have this global, beautiful movement where we're all sharing the same vision, the same way of communicating, okay? And even though we're all coming from different cultures and different backgrounds, different experience, when we get into the same room, we can understand each other and share. And today's session, today's topic is intercultural sensitivity. And I will let Corinne introduce herself and the topic. And thank you, Corinne, for doing this. The stage is yours.
Well, thanks a lot, Adi, for enabling this, and Mayan too for organizing everything. I am pretty excited because this is the first talk, and I hope we'll have some more about those subjects of intercultural, because this is a topic with a big T that we can explore, even if we are all together, this global tribe that we usually share very easily, communicate very easily. Nevertheless, sometimes in our workplace or daily life, we could meet some difficult interaction or miscommunication or misunderstandings with people, colleagues, or everyone. So I'm presenting myself quickly. First, I am going to ask, if you can do it yourself, is to add your country after your name, so that we can see that you are really everywhere in the world. And even if we are used to. Okay. So as I told you, I'm very excited because this subject of intercultural is one of my topic of work. I'm presently quickly myself. I am a certified coach on a freelance for 13 years now. And all my career was linked with international. And when I started working as a coach, I worked with expats. And I'm working for a big group dedicated to professional training and coaching. And one of my specialization is to help during career transitions and moving to a country, from a country to another. Precisely, I am accompanying people that are arriving in France, just about the career, not relocation, not all those things, but just about career. I fell in love with points of view in 2018, and I decided to follow this path. And at the end, I am an expert now. So I'm delivering the academic workshops here in France, in Lyon, or online, or in the south of France. And what I would like to share today is some things about how we are ourselves in, I would say, to explore our intercultural awareness. How can we be in difficulty with some other culture, and at the end, how we can, after this exploration, can go through those difficulties to get more relaxed, aware, and comfortable with those stereotypes or cliché, and finally at the end go over these cliché to discover the richness of the other culture. Okay? Is there any special question before we start? Hello, Fabienne. Nice to see you. Yes.
Hello.
The mic are closed for the sound around you, and okay. So I'm starting sharing my screen. I just wanted to add something very important. You can see my screen? Yeah, I think so. We are here because...
No, we cannot see your screen, Corinne.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Yes, that would be better like this.
Perfect.
Yeah. So tribe talks are important to be inspired by any kind of subject, and Adi will see that more at the end. And to be inspired and using the tools, of course. So that can be a way also for you to use the tools regarding a particular subject. That is what I want to share with you today. Okay? So I'd like to start with something about intercultural, saying that our own worldview is made through our lens. We see what we believe in a way, and our frame is mainly done through our own culture and identity because we are used to this. And I am going to explain you with something very easy. It's a scheme. I'm using a lot of tools in intercultural. I'm using, for those who know, Hofstetter, Trampenas, Erin Meyer's culture map, all those tools that are very helpful and that were provided by intercultural to work with many nationalities. I have chosen this one to explain something very easy coming from Gerd Hofstetter. Is that, you know, it's connected to pyramid of Maslow. As you probably noticed, this is a triangle, and it has been adapted to intercultural. As you can see, human nature there, of course, this is universal. We need the same things all together. We need food, we need love, we need shelter, and this is the place where more or less we can understand each other, even if we don't speak the same language. And this is something inherited. This is linked to human beings. Okay? The second layer is related to culture. And culture, of course, includes the language, the norms, the artifacts, all the things that, the traditions, all the things that we learn and that we acquire. And of course, it can change when you move from a country to another because you are more or less adapting to another culture. And it can be also dedicated to a special group, like a nationality or a specific group, because the culture of the company itself can be also something interesting on that level. When you go up, this is something the most interesting. It's about the personality. It's about something that is a plus with the inherited and learned, and it refers to you, yourself. You know, I have some clients that coming from India, and after some expatriation in US or in Europe, they say to me, I'm not sure to be Indian anymore. So perhaps I will invite you to think who you are, and this is what we are going to explore, who you are in terms of personality. Are you fixed to your own culture? Or maybe another culture, because you have adapted it. So this is very interesting, just with this simple triangle to understand. And I always say to my clients that always think that we need some time, and I would say especially with French people, to understand who is really behind the people you have in front of you. Okay? So this is a start, of course. And is anybody has something to add or share about this? You know, maybe the triangle? I'm looking at the chat in the meanwhile. Okay, it's okay for everyone? Okay, start the game. But, so we are having a journey because we are going to work on the top of the triangle, the personality. And we are going to this journey with those 3 steps that I'm going to explain. And before we will switch to the pose, we are starting first with the self-awareness. Then second step to understand what is blocking or annoying us, or is it something that is worrying when we are faced to intercultural subjects. And then how we can some bridges to make better communication, to understand more. But as you know, before getting into this journey, we are going to enter in a pause that will last 4 minutes and 20 seconds around. Because as we say there, this is important to adjust our lenses, to have a stop before entering inner research. And the pause is absolutely necessary to expand our views, to be there, to be present all together. And I have chosen a music that is important to me in the idea of friendship as well. Okay? So for the pose, I will invite you to put yourself in a comfortable position. Even if we don't see you, it's totally normal. You can go behind your chair, relax, lying down, or stay where you are. But I will invite you, of course, to close your eyes for this moment. Okay? Ready.
When you're down and trouble and you need a helping hand, and nothing's going right. Close your eyes and think of me, and soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest night. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running. Oh yeah, baby. you got to do is call, and I'll be there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You've got a friend. If the sky above you should turn dark and full of clouds, and that old north wind should begin to blow, keep your head together and call my name out loud now. Soon I'll be knocking upon your door. You just call up my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running. Oh yes, I will see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, yeah. All you got to do is call, and I'll be there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, ain't it good to know that you've got a friend? People can be so cold. They'll hurt you and desert you. Well, they'll take your soul if you let them. Oh yeah, but don't you let them. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Oh babe, don't you know about winter, spring, summer, or fall? Hey now, all you got to do is call. Lord, I'll be there, yes I will. You've got a friend. You've got a friend, yeah. Ain't it good to know you've got a friend? Ain't it good to know you've got a friend? Oh yeah, yeah, you've got a friend.
Welcome back, everyone. Hope this pause was a good 4 minutes for you. Everybody there? Right? We are starting to play. We are going to play with faces, beautiful faces. I will invite you to the game if you have around you, and for those that do not have an alternative, don't worry, everything is ready for you. I'll give you the time necessary, and you can display, for those who have the cards, to put them face up, and I'm going to give you the instructions just after. Faces face up. plus anything necessary to write, of course. I will invite you to pick a card of faces that represents you the most. How do you feel when you are in relation with other culture? Choose a card that is showing who you are really. Sometimes, we are very careful of the do's and the don'ts or adapting ourselves. No, there I ask you to be totally authentic and pick a card that represents you the most when you are faced or in international relation or whatever, faced to other culture. Okay? And I am going to propose for those that do not have the cards with them to choose one of those beautiful faces. And of course, to note for yourself who you are going to choose. And I will go on. So when you are ready, you give me a thumb or something, anything. So I know that you have chosen your picture. Thank you, Maya. I don't see everyone. Okay. Thank you, Ivan. Thank you, Anne-Catherine. Okay, Solange. Waiting a little bit. You have to think to somebody that represents really your automated, behavior. What is your pattern? What's the face that represents you the most? Okay? Everybody has, Laetitia, it's good? I haven't seen.
No, we had to choose between those 6, or do we have to go to our deck?
If you have your deck, and I know you have.
Yeah, I have my deck, but this is a much longer process than going through those 6.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want, but we wait for you anyway. I'm pretty sure you're.
No, don't wait up for me. I'll choose one. Okay. I'll take one. That's okay. I have one.
Okay. Okay, everybody. So you are going to share in breakout rooms. 2 minutes. 1 minute each. And of course, you get the information when it's the time to switch. And you are going to share with your partner everything you have to say about you, yourself. Show your card and explain why you have chosen this card. I'm going to invite you just before getting into the room to detail carefully this face. Can you observe it a little bit more? And can you imagine what was the situation around when the photograph has taken this picture, this portrait? Where was it? Okay? Observe it carefully. What do you feel as well? Can you imagine something at the moment of this picture? Okay. Ready to go? And share? Adi is going to send all the participants. For those, please, that's better to be open camera. Oh, there is Fabienne. Are you asking something?
Yeah, I am actually. Could you please just repeat the instruction, the first one that you gave?
The first one is who I am going to give who I am when I'm faced
Okay.
to another culture. Sorry,
Okay.
I forget to put, I wanted to leave the picture and I forget to put this. Is it clear for you, Fabienne?
Yeah, that's okay. I wasn't sure actually. That's fine. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else? No?
Okay, so perfect. I have the room set up. I just want to say we have one room of 3 people. So please manage your time within the room for sharing. And also, in order to move into the rooms, you must have your camera open. So please open your cameras. And should I send them away, Corinne?
Yes, you can. Thank you, Adi.
Okay, so all the rooms are open. Please click on the button to join the room. Enjoy, guys. Hi. For some reason, you were not assigned.
Nice to see you again. You know, sometimes with the technology, we are just very happy to see you back. And thanks, Yvonne. Thanks, Solange. Okay, how are you? Great. Okay,
Good.
next round now. This time we are getting to the more delicate or difficult points. Okay, and this time you are considering what is blocking you or annoying you or worrying you the most when you are faced to other culture. What happens? We are using the flow. I know the French tribe doesn't have the flow, but we have alternative, of course, for you. Don't worry. Okay. So you have explored your own patterns, your own behaviors, thanks to your faces card just before. And now you are going to be ready to the points that are more difficult. We are going to propose you some 6 images from flow. So the participants that have the flow with them, please make them face down and pick a card. Okay? We are going to consider the level of acceptance we have regarding to other culture. Okay? So the images that you are going to pick for them that do not have the flow cards are those ones. So I leave you one moment to choose whose card represents the possible difficulties that you may encounter face to another culture. And I will invite you to observe it, and I will drive you through this observation. What do you see on this card? Can you look at the details? The color. Who or what is on the picture? What is the situation? Where does that happen? What can you imagine? Get into the details. Imagine you have to describe the car to somebody next to you, but that doesn't see. Observe carefully. And observe also your emotions. What does that car say about your own emotions? Are there some particularities that represent those difficulties, the things that you don't accept regarding the other's behaviors? Maybe regarding the time, the courtesy. And our question, second question is, what is blocking me when I am faced to another culture? What part of me is blocking me? Okay, and you are going to share again in breakout rooms for 2 minutes, and Adi will send a message when it's the moment to switch. And you will be in the same dispatch, and you can share with your faces card and with your flow as well. Can you just give me a sign if you feel you're ready to go and share? Okay, Yvonne.
Okay, I'm opening the rooms. See you soon.
Thank you. Ready? Okay. Now it's the time of our third round and final one, of course, as you probably know, all of you. And we are still going on with flow. And I will propose you some images. The third one will be dedicated to our insight, what we have shared with our partners about who I am when I am blocked. And now it's the time to imagine and to leave the space of what would be possible in terms of anything, in terms of actions. What can I do to build bridges, to make those communication of the possible misunderstandings better? How can we do something towards other culture? So once again, the flow images. I invite you to choose one card and to think over of those possible connections to make situations better. I will invite you to observe the card you have chosen. What do you see? What are the details? The colors? The people or the animals? Can you write down where everything happened? Can you imagine, put you into the role of this photographer? What has he said? He wanted to say. When there is a click, what do you see? What can you imagine of the situation? What do you feel? I get back to the main question, just as a reminder, how can we build bridges for a better communication? How your card can help you. I leave you some time to write on for yourself, and then we will exchange all together. What can help you in those pictures? The picture you have chosen to get through those difficulties on to help you to discover the richness of the others. Consider them differently. And when you are ready, we can exchange all together any question, any you can share with your showing your cards and explain in the whole group or ask questions about this topic. So you unmute yourself when you want to take the mic.
I have,
Solange.
yes.
Hmm?
I chose the picture with the ear. I think it's a part of an ear, right? Because I have not the game of flow yet.
Yet.
Not yet. So for me, to build bridges for better communication between people, between different cultures, would be to learn people to listen to each other, to hear with real ear, to listen to each other and tell everybody nothing is real. Everything is good to hear, to learn, and always have in mind that to grow, we have to learn from each other.
Wow. Great contributions.
That's it.
Thanks a lot, Solange.
I'm going to follow Solange because we were in the breakout rooms together and we had a great time. We had a great time.
Really.
Yeah, and I picked the card with them all on the bike with the fans, and for me that is like working together. It symbols how with the direction, if you're all going in the right direction with the right tools, like the fans, and building that triangulation rather than a hierarchy of information and collaboration, what a difference it makes. So that card was quite symbolic in many ways. And I think, working like with Solange, we kind of agreed that there's so many different facets to this topic. So thank you, Corinne. Beautiful.
You're welcome, dear Yvonne.
Okay, can I be the next one, please?
Of course, Fabienne.
Thank you. Right. The card that I've chosen is the one on at the top and on the right. You know, when you see the lower part of people's legs. And so you've got, I think we've got a man and a woman who are dancing, and their feet are not touching the ground. And yes, for me, that's the solution. Dancing definitely would be the solution, actually, to build bridges, to make a better connection as well, and maybe to put the barriers down, to open the frontiers, and to make people, to make life lighter, and yeah, to bring lightness definitely, and to release tension, I think, and to have a bit of fun. Because for me, it's very important. Lightness, fun, and what else did I write? Yes, I think that's it.
Thank you, Fabienne. Thanks a lot to be there. Thanks.
I really want to go next.
Of course, with pleasure. Yen? Yen? Is it the
Yes.
right? Okay.
Yes, Uyên. So very interestingly, I draw this card that said bridge. So just like you asked us to do. So I discovered through the last two questions that I have something, a fear that my partner and I discovered that it's from the unconscious collective trauma. Because as women sometimes as well, I'm sorry, but I'm from Vietnam, and we went through a lot of war, and there was so much pain of colonization and stuff. So I often I feel very intimidated when I'm in a group of white people, for example. And the thing I tell myself from this card is that every time I'm in the same situation again, I can tell myself things are different now. I am different now, and they are different now. And for right now, we are all humans, and we are all connected on a human level. So may I relax, and may I allow myself to show myself. Wow. So that we can work together, we can share something. Yeah, and on a personal note, I think this is a sign for me to go travel, to go study abroad, because I will have a longer time experiencing in that so-called developed world, and I can experience life there. So maybe I can understand people better, and there will be a bridge. That's for me. Thank you.
Just great. Thank you, Ian. Thanks a lot.
Okay, I was her partner, so maybe I can go next. What was interesting was to discover that we shared the same insecurity with foreign people, or some foreign people. And this is when I came to talk about collective unconscious. And we feel, wherever we are from, we probably all feel that. The picture I chose was blind spot, you know, the tattoo on the bottom of the skull. And I told myself, okay, people are not always what they look like, whether in good or bad. And sometimes when around foreign people I cannot understand right now, I feel insecure. And to the question, what is blocking me, I don't know. And then I came to think, okay, maybe this is the story, the history of the country they are from. Okay, and then I said, okay, let go of biases. People are not inevitably the quintessence of their culture. When they are alone, they can be quite different and part of the and part human and just human. And when what I discovered with the man with the tattoo head is he's not as arrogant as the tattoo leads to think. If you look at his shoulders, he's just showing the tattoo. He's not like staging it. He's not in the posture of arrogance or assertiveness. He's just showing it with shoulders like this. This is not arrogance and this is not a fight mode. This is just showing. And so just how do we build a bridge? I ask questions just like I would normally do with a domestic fellow and find common ground, just find common ground, and we can always find common grounds.
Thanks, Laetitia. That was very deep and very interesting. I would like to thank you all. It was a great first session. I do love this topic of intercultural. I give the mic to Adi and Mayan for this conclusion of today. Thanks a lot
Thank
for
you.
everyone, really.
Thank you, Corinne, so much. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time and sharing with us. As you know, in points of view, we always make sure to connect the dots and to zero in on an insight or an action that you can take. And what we invite you, Corinne and I and Mayan, and we invite you to share on the Tribe platform. What action can you take to create that beautiful bridge? And I want to thank you, Corinne, so much for this hour of mind massage and heart massage. And I feel that just in creating this bubble that we were in for 60 minutes, definitely started creating another bridge and another bridge and another bridge. And I feel like we're all connected and we're just a network of bridges. And now we're going to go and share that with the world. So thank you so much for bringing this important subject. And thank you for a beautiful session. And have a wonderful rest of the day or night, wherever you are. And we look forward to seeing you again on Point Talks. So thank you, everyone. You can unmute and say goodbye. It was a pleasure.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Merci.
Bravo, Corinne.
Bravo, Corinne.
Merci. Merci.